What's going on, boys? My name is Sid and welcome back to another video playing the In Motorfest. A few things to clarify. Make sure to subscribe and let anyone know to subscribe because we're going to be doing a giveaway for subscribers to win a copy of the In Motorfest. For every 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away an extra copy. We're up to 2 copies right now. We've still got 3 extra copies to go. These will be given away at launch. And finally, here is everything I would need to plug so that you don't have to worry for a second about plugging through this video. I'll leave it there for a second, and then let's go into this video. Now, to the average viewer, you might just see a white Crown Vic limousine with some cameras on the top that happens to be turboed. But to the more eagle-eyed of the viewers, you may notice that this isn't any old Crown Vic limousine. This is a Crown Vic limousine that happens to be a specific type for this video right here, and that is a Drift Crown Vic limousine! What's going on, boys? My name is Sid, and today I'm going to be trying out a bunch of the Drift cars, the Drift roads as well, coupled all that with the Honolulu drifting. We're going to try out some of the more fun ones, some of the more iconic ones, the RX-7, the Forsberg drift cars, the DeLoreans. But for now, we are drifting around in our limousine Crown Vic, which is how we ended the last video, which was bikes in the In Motorfest. Okay. That was your fault. And yes, welcome. We have some engine swap, so maybe we'll engine swap a car as well. Oh, it looks so clean. So, I wasn't sure about the drifting. It's way more like fast-paced, like it's way more based on racing, actually having to go direction. Hello. But this is cool. But having drifted this thing for a while, and what I hear is that the Crown Vic limousine is actually one of the best drift cars. That was so sick. That was so sick. Oh, drift through a park, why not? We have this cool area here where we'll switch into our next drift vehicle. This thing is actually, I understand why people are saying the Crown Vic limousine is the new best drift car. This thing feels so nice to handle. What about the drift physics make this thing so overpowered? Obviously, we can first-person drift, at which point we do have the increased wheel rotation as well, which just makes the drifting look so much nicer. And what drift car do we go in next, boys? So we have a fair selection. We've got Agero, we've got Ferrari. When we're on the, drift roads, the mountainous drift roads, I'm definitely hopping in the Ferrari. But what do we drift in the city for now? We've got Rough has returned. We got BMW M2, which we could stock out, black it out if you guys would want. That does seem like some drifting behavior. We do know that there is gonna be a Supra in drift. There's a Toyota Supra GR in drift, but that's not in this version of the game, unfortunately. Oh, also the JDM playlist gives us a much cooler looking underglow, like a much more realistic looking underglow. We'll black it out and we will remove the livery. Oh, did I call it the wrong BMW? Right. Whatever this thing is, the M5. This thing is an M5 with the proper underglow. This thing at night with the race tires. I am now the average BMW driver. And just like that, I've turned without indicating, so I am most definitely the average BMW driver. Here we go. No hezzy vibes? Absolutely. And because these, you know what? These physics are a lot more race drifting. You could definitely do a lot more no hezzy with this. Oh, this looks sick. What? Okay, this in the city. I cannot wait till it's nighttime with a car like this. Oh, I am on controller, by the way. I just cannot manage to get the hang of drifting on wheel, unfortunately. I'm not good at it. And I'm skill issuing there. Let's flip it around. I saw an area I want to go in. Visually speaking, the drifting looks a lot nicer than the Crew 2. The Crew 2's drifting, you can look at it and it looks a bit stinky. This drifting, though, looks a lot more... Oh, ow. Visually, it's a lot more striking. Where's the mall, boys? Let's try and find the mall. There's the cool, like, living areas like this that you can drift around like an average BMW driver. Absolute nuisance revving his engine at like 2 a.m. Lovely. Here it is, the Moana Center. Let's head over there. Now, there's even a bit more of an arcadey focus with the street handling. So the street handling is a bit more like real cars until you hit the handbrake, at which point it goes complete comical drifting. In street cars, in hypercars. For us, oh, we are entering this way, spinning out, frankly. Tell me I can donut hit. Tell me I can donut hit. Come on. Balance. Balance. Oh, I'm hitting the sides. Okay, let's hop in the thing. Oh, this looks so cool! Yo! Turn, please! Do we even risk trying to go up at the top there? Let's get into the, where is the parking lot? This game is an experience, tell you what. Bits like this are just so visually striking. Oh, there's the parking lot. Oh, I should have made it around the tree. Here we go. This is not gonna go well. There's no room to drift. Where do I drift? Ooh. I love this video game. Oh! Chat, there was definitely a thumbnail photo there, so let me grab like a thumbnail photo first. That's a thumbnail photo. Like, that is begging for the, like, no hezzy audience, etc. You know what? I'll leave this in. A bit of behind the scenes. Designing the thumbnail in real time. We'll go with, like, one of the really nice weathers. Midday does look... Oh, midday in the rain? It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Let me go no damage, actually, but what we definitely need is motion blur. And maybe even a bit of focus blur. Distance it so it's the background. There we go. Oh, this game is so good looking, man. Maybe nighttime will look good. I think the issue with nighttimes is they're so good because they're so dark. But also, they don't really bode well for thumbnails because of how strikingly dark they are. But they're really cool, though. I really like that they're so dark. There we go. A blacked out M5 drifting through a mall. If there ain't a more beautiful sight with like a proper underglow. So what shall be our next drift car, chat? Shall we start heading for the mountains and, like you guys have been suggesting, a drift hypercar? There we go. Okay. Okay. Right round the corner from the Hawaii Scenic Tour event. Here we go. Instead of taking the tunnel, oh, the drifting feels so satisfying, actually. What? Oh, the sounds too. It definitely takes some getting used to, because it's definitely not Crew 2 drifting. It's way more cinematic. Thus, this looks so... Sometimes you can lose the angle, and the game kind of forces you to not have an angle anymore. If you lose an angle mid-drift, it's really difficult to get that angle back. The car just goes into regular driving mode. But then you do stuff like that. First person, I mean, obviously wheel. That's going to take some getting used to. I'm just not good on wheel. First person, oh, it looks so good. Okay, but I'm all over the place. And if you didn't know, the Grand Race, the multi-spec, fast-faving, AI, artificially generated, randomly generated event type, PvP, that has drift racing as well. In fact, one of the cars that is overpowered in that very event is the Murcielago, which I have very vanity with yellow smoke as well. So we'll see what vanity smokes look like here on drift. Let's send it. Oh, okay, I need to go wider. Oh, Honolulu there in the background as we're drifting in. This is one of my new favorite drift roads. This is easily replacing that one that I take in Crew 2. Oh, give me the echo. I'm honestly, there is so little editing that I'm going to do here. I am going to leave so many of these beautiful looking clips in the game, in the video. Because there's points where I'm not talking. But to not show something like that, just because I'm not talking. This is PS5, by the way, yeah. This is the PS5 quality of the game. Okay, you can send it tight. Yeah, there. You send it tight, but don't firm it. You lose your angle. Sometimes tight can be a bit too tight. Ah. Hypercars drift amazingly. And that's all I have to say for that. Hypercars drift phenomenally. Okay, but we have hypercars. We've gone in a German car. What we haven't done yet for drifting yet is go in some very interesting licensed cars. So yes, of course, with the vehicle transfer, we have indeed seen stuff like the Forsberg cars continue over. Every single one is still in the Crew Motorfest. But I'm gonna take both the Forsberg drift cars. I forgot I had that nitro on it. The vanity carryover is lovably goofy. I love this handling. I didn't expect to like it this much. I hated it originally. I'm trying to find the road up to the volcano, but in the meantime, we can drift through this military camp, which again, it positions itself to be so cinematic. It really does. Like, you know what I can't wait for? I can't wait for these physics when we have the Hoonicorn in drift in Season 2 of the Crew Motorfest coming out December. That's what I can't wait for. Oh, boys, when we get the Hoonicorn Season 2, we're gonna have the Hoonicorn in the Crew Motorfest. Where's the mountain roads? I'm trying to up in the hills. You know where Hoonie? I'm gonna have to get that? Absolutely, man. You can't not. Now, by the way, just to point out, and it's unfortunately late for me to mention this, one thing I want to mention, for if you do want to get used to drifting on wheel, is that the wheel rotation, my wheel that I'm looking at right now, rotates the exact same amount in-game as it does for me IRL. As you can see, I suck at the wheel handling here, but for first-person wheel cruisers, the wheel in-game moves the exact same amount as you move your wheel here. So you can go full immersion for playing in first person, which is such a cool feature. For now, I'm gonna find myself Forsberg. Forsberg! Handle me, Forsberg. I mean, wait, what? Wait, huh? You know what, boys? The sun's out. We're in the Forsberg. Maybe. Spicy Forsberg. A Forsberg that finds itself being exclusive as well. Yes! Chris Forsberg's converted 350Z drift car. Now, where do we go here? Is this one lead to the good drift roads? I hope so. Oh, this thing handles a lot nicer than the other Forsberg thing. Oh, this thing handles much nicer. And obviously, we've got the new engine sounds too, which I know everyone has been loving. Oh, we're going into the charcoal area. This is where I wanted to drift this thing. You can see the road I want to drift it on in the distance. Oh, I'm so bad at the video game. Wait, they're fire truck NPCs? Yeah. There's a lot of detail in everything. Whoa.
Okay, we don't appear to be going the right way for the road I was intending to go on. Yeah, yep, Forsberg, don't worry. I'll give your car back in one piece. Don't even worry, Forsberg. Just look away, all right? Look away. There is drift events. Not only that, but there's a full drift playlist. So there's a full, like, set of events specifically themed around drifting. Oh. With drift, you know, we've got ones where you have to get points, and drift obviously features in the PvP, like I said, where you can race other people in drift cars. For that, I believe the Murcielago was the best. Uphill toge? Exactly, man. Like, especially doing, like, tandems. This game is beautiful with the roads as well. The verticality of the roads, too. I don't know, boys. Forza did it with their most recent rally expansion, but Forza's main map, it definitely doesn't rival this map ever when it comes to drifting, okay? A lot of throttle management is required. And I guess another drift car to go in, now that we've tried out both the Forsbergs, the last really cool license one we have is the DeLorean Drifter. Here we are. Oh. This thing is very turbo. Okay. Whoa. I can spam the throttle and it keeps turboing. Is that broken? Let's send it in here. In fact, you know what we haven't done? What we haven't done is we haven't gone into here and we haven't EV engine swapped a drift car yet. That's what we haven't done. Now this is a drift car. Yes! EV engine swap DeLorean drift car. Oh! Of all the cars to have an EV swap in, this is the future, man. Absolutely. Ah, stop. What real-world EV drift cars even are there, chat? Like, because is there any, like, real-world EV drift cars? Because this thing now, we can EV every single drift car here. So, like, they're letting us do anything. Oh, Rimac has a drift mode. God. Don't let Richard Hammond get his hands on that. Okay, did I do that perfectly? That was the cleanest drift I've ever hit. That was so clean. Finally, I mean, it's the most iconic drift car, really. This thing in just base yellow is like the most iconic drift car I've ever seen, really. If you think of drift, I personally, thinking of drift in video games, my head goes Mazda RX-7. You see the yellow wide-bodied Mazda RX-7? And you know it's a drifting game. This isn't the best road for drifting either. Obviously, we're going really fast, but if we were going a lot slower, you can see the wheel rotates way more when you're at lower speeds. Okay, this is definitely a drift road. Okay, there you go. There you go. There's the extended rotation. Thank you to popular members, a special thank you to famous members, and an insane thank you to star members Danimal the Manimal, Mystic Ghost, and Grim Pepper, and an insane top of the top thank you to Icon members, Bad at Game Zone 2 and Liam 2 Drip. That's going to be about it for the video, but I'm going to keep streaming the beta. Of course, the beta was very long ago from when you're watching this, but I'll see you boys in the next one in a bit.